Focus on maintaining drug-free and healthy lifestyles. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcome parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we've created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol or drug addiction. Meeting start time is 7 p.m. Please be on time. Please turn off your cell phones or ringers to vibrate, and please refrain from using them during the meeting. Only one person speaking at a time, so please speak loudly so that everyone can hear. Proof of attendance is gladly provided. Put them in the green box. We'll get them stamped for you. Honesty is required. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of view on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity. Please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it is in progress because it is disruptive to others. Our facility is non-smoking, so please don't smoke or vape. And please dispense of all trash in the garbage can and do not litter on the premises. Who's got our guidelines?
Guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who's striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve. Guidelines. Number 1, recognize that substance abuse ruins lives. 2, wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3, using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4, defining balance and working towards making it a part of everyday life. 5, building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding one's self. 6, understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7, lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8, learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior, providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9, recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Thank you, Randall. All right, this time we'll go ahead and do our introductions. Just want to know your name and why you decided to join us tonight.
My name is Joe. I come here for a lot of reasons. Mostly I come here to remain teachable. This place is kind of like my happy place, and Thursday nights are basically the start of my weekend because I know I get to spend an hour with you guys. And every time I leave here, I always learn something new. And no matter how bad my mood is coming in or how crappy my week's been, Thursday night meeting, I always go away with a smile on my face.
I'm Jess. I'm here because I feel like I belong here, and this place helps to teach me how to live the life that I feel like I deserve.
I'm Christy. I'm here to learn balance.
Well, my name is Josh, and I am here to continue to grow as a person.
My name is Mike. I'm here to support the Racing for Recovery provides everybody with. It helps me remain sober, and it's something I plan to do for a very long time in my life.
My name's Corey. I'm here to learn how to love myself again, learn some balance, and stay sober, and a better life.
I'm Dina, and I'm here for support and also to learn a new way from my sobriety.
I'm Kathy, I'm Corey's mother and Dina's stepmom or mother-in-law. And I'm for support for both of them.
My name's Corey. I'm here to see all my friends and family and continue my sobriety.
See ya.
I'm Stephanie. I'm here to support and
Hi, my name is Elena, and I'm here to heal that little girl within me, that underlying, unaddressed pain that would keep me going back to drugs.
I'm AJ, I'm here to stay focused. My name's Eric, and I can come back just to continue to learn and hopefully give back in any way that I can.
I'm Patrick, and I'm here because I choose courage over comfort.
My name's Ashley, and I'm here because this place and these people have changed my life. I'm Ryan. I'm here to learn.
I'm Roberta, and I'm here in my daughter Rhea Crawford's absence, and she goes to court tomorrow, so I ask for your prayers.
I'm Laura. I'm here for support and to change my life. I'm Samantha, and I'm here to continue learning.
I'm Tim. I'm here to give and receive support and continue with my goal.
Tom, I'm here for support.
I'm here to learn.
I'm George. I'm here to support my son Tyler and enjoy hanging out with him and you guys.
I'm Tyler. I'm here to improve myself and my life. I want to thank my dad for being here and thank everyone for the help in the kitchen. Thanks Levi, thanks Zach, and thank you to the family.
Tony, and I came here because I learned things that I didn't know and I want to continue to learn things I didn't know.
My name is Brian. I'm here for guidance and support and positive thinking.
My name is Ron. I'm here to support Racing for Recovery and all the people in it.
My name's Sandy. I'm the mom of 2 adult addict sons in recovery. We walked into this room it was at least 18 years ago, and our life is totally different now because of the Raising for Recovery. The boys, sons, men are doing well, and we just like to come back and see how things are going. It's just overwhelming to see so many people here.
I'm Josh. I come to this meeting. Thursday is my favorite meeting because all the families that come to support their children and also the ones that come in their child's absence or husband, wife. That's inspiring to me.
I'm Heather, and I'm here because today sucked, and I have no free passes in sobriety, but I deserve the chance to show that I'm not that person.
I'm Tony. I'm here to remain teachable.
My name's Kelly, and I continue to come because, like my mom always says, I have breathing problems. As long as we're breathing, we're going to have problems. And this is where I find the solutions to my problems.
I'm Cindy. I'm here for support on this really bad day I'm having, and I thank everybody who's helped me through it.
I'm Sean. I'm here to continue working on myself. These meetings help me keep action daily in my routine towards my recovery every day, and it's nice to see everybody.
I'm Deanna, and I too have been having a really weird day. But I'm here, and I'm glad I'm here. It always makes me feel better because there's a lot of support in this room and a lot of love.
My name is Derek, and this lifestyle of recovery is, for lack of a better way to describe, riveting. Riveting. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Jenny, and I'm here to support this awesome program and everyone working in it, and it helps me keep balance in my life.
I'm Grandma.
Hey, Grandma.
I'm the grandma of this bunch.
My prime goal here is to watch the bad language. Grandmas are supposed to do. I'm a recovering enabler. I found something online some time ago that I've always enjoyed a great deal. I think it's good for maybe for families. It's easy to judge. It's more difficult to understand. Understanding requires compassion, patience, and a willingness to believe that good hearts sometimes choose poor methods. Through judging, we separate. Through understanding, we grow.
Hi, my name is Rick. I used to come here. I haven't been here in 2 years. This would be my first time back in 2 years. I was sober for about 90 days coming here. I relapsed. I ended up in my 9th coma, diagnosed with stage 4 end-stage liver disease from alcoholism. I was a 24-hour drinker for several years. This is my first day back in the recovery rooms. I will be celebrating my 2 years of sobriety this November, and I'm just so glad to be back home. I busted out my sweatshirt from a long time ago. I'm just so happy to be back.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I'm here to just live a wonderful life that I'm proud of.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today? All right. My name is Mary Jo. I came to Racing for Recovery for numerous reasons. One, because I wanted to, and two, because I needed to. And I love Racing for Recovery.
I'm Larry, this is Jan. I'm here because I like to be here, I want to be here, and this is actually my favorite meeting, not that I don't like every other meeting. But everybody pretty much knows Jan. She's here to support everybody in this room and myself included.
My name is Brittany, and I'm here for support tonight.
I'm David. I'm here because this is part of my continuous routine.
I'm Adam. I come to these meetings because I enjoy them and I learn something every time.
I'm Carl. I come here because it's literally changing my life, and I feel happy for a long time I've been happy. I feel happy, real happy today.
My name's Robert, and I'm here to learn. Justin, I'm here for growth and to stay humble.
I'm Matt. I'm here for support.
I'm Tom, and I'm here to witness a miracle.
Melissa, I'm here to better myself.
I'm Dan, here to stay sober.
I'm Charles. I'm here to listen and support.
I'm Never Dave, and I come to hear inspirational things, and we already heard a couple of them already, which is fantastic, and I come to listen and learn.
I'm Jerry. Come to try to maintain doing something better in my life.
Mike, I'm here to change my life.
Steve, I come here to sing the track. I'm Randy. I come here to be inspired.
I'm Dave. I'm here to support my son, Steve.
I'm Amy. I'm here to continue learning and support my son.
I'm Zach. I'm here to learn and to stay sober.
Mike, I come because I get a lot out of these meetings, and I also want to thank everyone that comes to support us because we need it. We appreciate it.
My name's Dylan. I'm here to support a great friend of mine who's always supported me. That's Jordan, who achieved 1 year, 11 months today.
I'm Austin. I'm here to learn.
I'm Craig. I'm here for inspiration and motivation.
I'm James. I'm here to keep the momentum of the lights going.
I'm Michael. I'm here because this is where I belong.
My name is Jeremy. My success is contingent on my humility. We need to keep that humility intact.
I'm James. I'm here to learn and support my son Jameson.
I'm Jameson. I'm here to learn and for the support. I saw Christy outside before this. I said this before. I don't think that there's another room of people that you could walk into that you don't know who care about you more than the room of people that you're in right now. And her saying that before the meeting tonight really just showed how much that really means. And I just want to thank everybody for letting us be here and learn from all of you. So thank you.
Rachel?
I'm Rachel. I'm here because I'm inspired every single day by every one of you for making the choice of bettering their lives because you deserve it.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm lucky to be alive, and that's why I value my life today.
I'm Rick. I come here to witness great things, to see great people, and just to support this great program in memory of my son, Jacob.
Hi, I'm Dale. I come here to support this program. I've learned so much in the last couple of years that I've been coming. The messages that you all give out hits home in a lot of ways. It helps me get through my week. Thursday night centers me for the weekend and what I face at work, during the day. And I hate the reason I came through the doors, but I'm glad I'm here and got to see everybody, meet everybody, and have everybody support me after the death of our daughter.
Hi, I'm Bruce. Someone once said there's three types of people. There's people that make things happen, there's people that watch things happen, and there's people that wonder, what the hell just happened? And by the way, too, we were in that latter category. What the hell happened here with our daughter? When we first found out she was addicted, and continuing on through her death. So, what I get out of this meeting, and this is just a great group of people. I mean, is the understanding that Grandma was talking about. It helps me understand more about what the hell happened.
My name is Michael. I'm here because you guys are the closest I felt that I've had to a family in so long.
I'm Bree, and I'm here to continue making good choices.
My name's Tom. I come here to continue to learn.
Okay, KT, I'm here to support my second half and for my recovery as well.
Hi, I'm Patrice. I just came here the other day, and I'm kind of nervous. I just finished a 6-month treatment center, and I'm just here to learn more about my recovery and this new way of life that I'm living.
I'm Jeff. I'm here to stay humble.
My name's Bill, and I'm here to support my son Joe and everybody in this room. And I am just grateful that we found this program.
My name is Julie. I'm here to support my son Joe and everybody else that we want to know and really care about here. And we're just really grateful.
My name is Linda. I'm the other great grandma. I am here to support my daughter. And I've always told her, and like everybody else here, there's nobody more important in the world than you. Nobody. Nobody more important in the world than you. And that goes for everybody in this room. Nobody.
My name's Candy. I'm here to collect the positive energy.
My name's Daniel. I'm here for inspiration and to support my mother.
My name is Riley. I'm here for support and guidance and to live a better life.
I'm Robert, and I'm here to support my daughter Riley.
I'm Tammy, and I'm here to support my daughter Riley.
I'm Kevin. I'm here to learn and to start my sobriety.
I'm Randy, and I'm here to listen and learn.
In that corner.
I'm Brittany, and I'm here for a lot of reasons. And since I recently surrendered to God, I'm here for prayer. And support for Betty and for Joe as they've got some long roads ahead of them.
I'm Tiffany, and I'm here for consistency and growth.
I'm Jessica, and I'm here because this place is helping me get my life back, and the peer support here is absolutely wonderful.
I'm Steven, and I'm here because sobriety is the shiznit.
I'm Janet, I'm Steven's mom, and I'm here to support him and spend an hour of quality time, but I truly look forward to the Thursday night meetings so I get to spend time with my son.
Hi, I'm Mike, and a good friend of mine told me that this group was going to do me a lot of good, so I decided to show up.
I'm Levi, and I'm here tonight because I put faith in the people here. Everybody here, I put faith in them and the things that the program does for everyone and for me. And I believe in myself. Now today I can say that with confidence.
My name is Marty, and I'm here to support my son, though he's not here, for the choice that he made. I'm thankful for Jordan, for what took place, and Desiree, Shelby. Yeah.
I'm Randall. I come to these meetings to remind myself what I'm grateful for every single day.
I'm Des, and I'm here with my family.
I'm Shelby. I'm here to stay consistent and for the support.
My name's Chris. I come because it's pretty inspirational to see the family support.
I'm Tara, and I'm here because it's where I choose to be.
I'm Bobby. I come here because it's part of my balance wheel.
I'm Penny, I'm Bobby's mom. Glad I got to see him today after like 7 days, I think. It's probably the longest span we've gone without seeing each other. But, you know, I'm just happy to be here, and I'm happy to see Cindy. I'm so happy you're back. And Corey, I'm so happy you're back. And everybody else.
I'm Rachel. I had a rough day as well. It's just a super long day, but seeing Corey right there just made it all better. So I'm glad you're here, Corey.
My name is Jeff, and I'm here because I want to keep experiencing the positive changes that are happening in my life, and I just get so inspired by being able to witness the changes that I see every day here in other people's lives. Just want to thank everybody for that.
I'm Diane. I'm here to support my son Jordan and Corey, and to welcome his friend Stephanie, who I think is a very positive thing in his life. I've only met her a couple times, and I love her. Everybody needs somebody. So I'm sitting by you, honey.
I'm Kevin. I hope and pray that my son will be here someday, and I'm sure happy it's Thursday.
I'm Denise, and I didn't really know what I was going to say tonight, because sometimes the mama's heart hurts a lot when their child is hurting themselves. But my mama's heart feels pretty hopeful tonight as I watched another mom see her child be here tonight. And I'm happy for her, and I have hope that my boy will be here too.
Seems to be the section for parents. My name's John, and we're here to support our son, who we hope that he reaches out and asks for help that this place, I'm sure, can provide for him.
And I'm Judy, John's wife, and we are the parents of our son that we pray will come through the door.
I'm Brittany. I'm here to create a life I can be proud of.
I'm Candace, and I'm here tonight to stay humble, because in life's hardships, you have to stay humble. So.
I'm Mel. I'm here because today I'm choosing faith over the fears that I have. We are not, immune to life's hardships, immune to life's hardships. And I'm also here because I promised Joe I'd be here, and I'm practicing accountability, so. I'm here to support the program and my daughter.
I'm Emily, and I'm here for positivity and peer support.
I'm Jalen, and I'm here because this is what's working for me, and I'm very proud of my progress.
I'm Allie, and I'm here to grow.
I'm Megan. I'm here for the positivity and to continue growing in my spirit.
I'm Jordan, and I'm here because everyone I love is in this room tonight.
I'm Todd. Happy to be here. Absolutely love everything about this program and all the amazing people that I've had the privilege of meeting through it. Who's got the answer?
I do. The answer by Donald J. Clark. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me. Every breath sears my throat. I ache. My body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same. Criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. And so it begins, racing for recovery.
All right. Couple announcements. Tara, congratulations, 11 months today, right? You know, I mentioned already, but Mr. Jordan, 1 year, 11 months, congratulations. Rocktober, sign up. We've got about 700 people signed up right now, and 1,433 last year, so obviously trying to always improve that every year. It's going to be an awesome day, new venue, new location, new course, all that, so get on there, sign up. If you want to volunteer, you sign up through the website also. Click on the Rocktober tab, and it'll lead you over to the volunteer portion of that. Also, got the new book. So if you haven't seen it, stop up and check it out afterwards. We do not have them available for sale yet, but October 1st they will officially be for sale. May have some before that. It's really awesome. I'm going to be honest, I'm not like a reader, and I think the last book I read was More Than One Way to Get to Cleveland, and I don't know, I have a hard time. I'll read a page of a book and I don't know what I just read because of all the craziness going on in my head, but I read this book twice in 4 days, and it's awesome. So check it out. It's got a whole new look and feel. It's pretty cool. So we should have that October 1st. We're doing a release event at Dave's in Sylvania that day. I believe it's from 12 to 6. So you can stop out there, pick it up. Also be able to order it online as well. I wanted to say, because he wasn't here today, he's gone to camp. My middle son, Gus, it's his birthday today. So I wanted to say happy birthday to him. That'd be cool to let everybody know that we are thinking about him, show it to him after he gets back. So I'd like to say happy birthday to my son, Gus.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gus. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. That'll mean a lot to him. I always have a topic when I hear introductions and it gets thrown for a loop. So, but I'm going to tie it in, I think, to the topic that I had. I had a topic, which is one word, and that was mirror. So, looking in the mirror, and I heard somebody had mentioned, no one is more important in the world than yourself, and I thought that really tied in with what I was thinking about. When I think about the mirror, I think about accountability for whatever choices we make and dealing with the consequences of those choices, as well as learning to love the person that we see in the mirror. So I wanted to throw that out as a topic tonight.
When you say mirror, the first thing that came to mind is that I can actually look at myself in. I used to hate my reflection and who I saw in that mirror. I can honestly say that I can look at myself and I see the progress that I've made, and I can acknowledge it. I'm proud of it, and I love myself today. Being able to look at myself in the mirror is helping me keep myself accountable. I've put pictures up around my mirror, and it's a reminder of all the things that I'm working towards, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and that means everything to me and that I don't want to lose. But most importantly, in the center of that mirror is my reflection. I'm happy that I can love myself today, and that I'm confident in saying that, and that I know that I'm worth a lot more than what I allowed myself to have, that I deserve more. I do wish that there were more people in my life who would take a harder look in the mirror and realize that they also deserve.
No?
I think that in my sobriety, the thing that I've really learned is that I do make choices and I do have consequences. I think something that Crandall taught me very early is that I was always able to say very nice things to everybody else, but I was never able to say it to myself. And he would always stop me in IOP and say, now remember, what you're about to say, you have to be credible for, because you're going to say that to somebody and somebody else is going to hear it and take that into their sobriety. So I think the biggest thing that racing has taught me is that I have to be accountable for my choices, and I also have to be responsible for the things that I do in my life. So accountability and responsibility, where before I was always a victim, everything was everybody else's fault. And I was the last one to find out that I was alcoholic, so I guess that's how that worked out. And the mirror for me is a long time coming. It's not necessarily a physical mirror, but it's looking into the eyes of my daughter. My daughter checked me into rehab a year ago, and that was the worst thing that I thought I could ever say in my life. But knowing that I can look my daughter in the eyes and see the response I get from my daughter, that shows that her mom's doing well or whatever, that's probably the biggest mirror. The reflection on my daughter's face being proud of me and not disappointed.
James.
When you said the mirror, I thought literally, because I just realized this. I think I was doing it subconsciously for a long time. It might be TMI, so I'm sorry, but I used to brush my teeth in the shower, and I always thought just to expedite time.
It's efficient.
And it's efficient, and like it is. And then one day I was brushing my teeth, and I looked in the mirror, and I realized the reason that I was doing it was because I didn't want to look myself in the mirror. And like when you realize that, and you realize that you're the one that's always looking back at you, that's a very important moment for people who need to recover, because then you realize that you're the one that's always got control over your recovery, and even the people around you, you can help by helping yourself and by looking that person in the mirror and helping them recover. So just knowing that now I can look myself in the mirror and know that I'm happy enough again to try and make myself better makes me happy to know that I can help and make other people better too. So.
Gail?
2 years ago this week, we buried Lauren. And so on a lot of her friends' Facebook pages, a lot of her pictures were coming up as, as memories to them. And that was very comforting to me because that's a reflection of who Lauren was. And it was before the addiction, before all of that took away her soul. And so those are the pictures that I see Lauren. That's the Lauren I remember, not the last 2 years when she was dealing with addiction and that sort of stuff. But it's just, it really comforted my heart to see her friends posting pictures of her that had come up in the memories, and they were all just goofy, and almost everyone had her tongue sticking out for some reason, but that was my kid, and I treasure those, and I'm glad to be here with all of you. Wish she could have been.
Looking here at an awesome picture of Lauren, and it's fitting that was end up being the topic, because the last line of the letter you wrote says, "Please, you are the only one that can quit your addiction." And goes right back to that looking in the mirror, and it's an awesome picture of her. Kelly.
Well, like I said in my introduction, I came here with lots of problems, and what I find here are lots of solutions. And when I came here, the mirror was a huge problem for me. And I, much like Brittany, did not like looking in the mirror. It was not who I wanted to see looking back at me. But I learned so many things here, and I gained so many tools just from being here, that I took that mirror and I turned it into a tool. I wrote positive things on it with a marker. You're beautiful, you are loved, you got this, good job. Sometimes I write my number of days up there because I'm a day counter, we all know that. And now I'm a year counter, so that's even better. On the inside of my mirror, I had taped the lifestyles, and I learned those, I lived those. Maybe not perfectly, because we're breathing, we have problems. None of us are perfect. Underneath my mirror in my bathroom is where my achievement award hangs. So my mirror to me now, it's like my trophy of sobriety, and I love it.
Randall.
Yeah, kind of just like what everyone else is saying. The mirror was a very difficult thing for me and my addiction. It was always like misery, unhappy, just like disappointment. And those are like all these feelings, didn't like who I was. And after coming to this program, just staying sober for a little bit, I finally get to look in the mirror and see like growth and maturity, and just like responsible, which I never thought I'd ever be in my life. Accountable, and it's very just didn't seem like it was possible at points years ago. It felt like it was such a far reach, and even self-confidence is coming back, and it's slowly coming back, but it's a constant battle. The mirror is more of a reflection of loving myself, and it's really hard to love yourself when you were beating yourself up for so many years. So
I think it was pretty cool. Somebody that Randall and I both knew that happened to come in here, was showing around, and
This person had not seen Randall in quite some time, and during some more difficult days, and he was absolutely in shock. I think sometimes it's hard to see that change in the mirror because we see it every day, and it's gradual usually. But the comments that he made to me afterwards were like, it just reminded me of how much progress, the change you've made from consistency and putting in the work. And I hope that felt pretty good for you too, because he was very impressed with how much you'd changed. So it's cool. Rick.
I should just be quiet. I should just be quiet for now.
Okay. Tony.
Looking in the mirror, I never had a problem looking in the actual mirror. It was more a metaphorical mirror where I didn't want to look inside myself. I didn't want to see what was causing the pain. I wanted to ignore it. I wanted to get away from it. Being in recovery forces you to look at that stuff and try and find a way to get past it. And that's very hard. And I thought I had, done that. But here I am, with just under 2 months after having 6 years clean. And so this is something completely different to me. Never tried this approach before, but it seems to be going well. And so I hope I can get to look really, really well into that metaphorical mirror.
John.
When I think about the mirror, I think about when I was a kid, my great-grandmother, I'd get in trouble. She'd say, boy, go stand in front of that mirror and tell me what you see. And I'd go in there and I'd look and I couldn't figure out what she's talking about. I'm like, well, I got a booger or something? She said, keep looking in that mirror. And it was the corner. But in my sobriety, when I was out there in my bad behaviors, I couldn't look in the mirror. Couldn't even shave. Once I got sober, even in the first 30 days, I couldn't look in the mirror without wanting to punch it. I was so angry, had so much hate, so much resentment, so much blamed everybody for everything, so I want to say probably once I started putting some actual work in and doing some stuff and started cleaning out the closet and getting all the aliens out of the basement too and all that stuff, I started to be able to take a little bit of a look, but then I would turn because I had so much shame and guilt. Because I started putting stuff on paper and I started really addressing these issues and talking to someone about them, and now I'm in this, man, what did I really do here? Look at the people I hurt, and all my family is basically deceased. So it's very hard to make those amends to those people. I'm making those amends today by staying sober, so that was rough on me. So once I started getting my crap together a little bit and started being responsible and paying on stuff on time and doing things for the first time and starting to learn this new Sean, now I could look in the mirror a little bit. I could have a little bit of a smile, this and that. I had a friend early on told me, he said, why don't you try this mirror trick, and I was like, oh, here we go, my grandma stuff. No, we're going to try this. Stare in the mirror and look into your pupils and try to do it for 2 minutes. Just stare into your pupils and time a watch for 2 minutes and see what happens. And I tried that, and that is the most freakiest thing in the world. I can't even do it to this day. I can't do 2 minutes. I mean, I'm 35 seconds in, I'm done. But it really works if you try it. It's like going into your soul. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't. That's a good topic because I mean, I'm able to look in the mirror today. I'm able to shave every day now and do stuff. But we'll see where that's at come another 10 years from now. You know. But yeah, it was rough for me. It was really rough because once you start taking a really honest look at what you've done to others and the crap you put people through, it is. Anybody says they can stare in the mirror and look at themselves and have a smile, they're full of it. I mean, it really is. But I think today being able to, you know, things that I've done and amends that I've started making and being actually, you know, accountable to doing those things, today I can stare into it. I'll let, not 35 seconds longer, but 35 seconds. Okay. Thanks. Cindy.
When I think of mirror, I have an obligation to live the best life that I can for my granddaughters. I want to look in the mirror and see what they see. I owe them that. I don't know if that makes sense or not. You know, the unconditional love and the happiness when they see me and they just run to me. I owe it to myself to be able to look in that mirror and feel that way. So, that's what I think about when I think of the mirror.
So the mirror is extremely interesting for me because what I love about the mirror is it doesn't lie, and it's very interesting, Sean, that you brought that up about staring at your pupils because anytime that I've had something struggling or in my worst times of addiction and the worst times of my life of whatever has happened, I end up looking at myself in the mirror and I've ended up staring into my pupils. And what ended up happening is, when I say the mirror doesn't lie, believe it or not, I see past all the negative shit that I've done and the negative person. And how Elena says, I see the little boy in me inside of like my face. And it's very powerful to know that like I am, like I'm pure. And it resets me and reminds me of like who I am. I'm just a person. I'm just a kid who believes in himself, you know. No matter what was going on, I could look at myself, and the mirror is a tool, and it never does lie. But it doesn't lie. I can't lie to myself when I look at myself in the mirror that I really, in my heart, in my soul, I know I'm a good person, and that's my experience with it. When I didn't look in the mirror, there was times where I wouldn't look in the mirror, that's when I had more of those like negative thoughts. But every time shit got down to the wire, I looked at myself in the mirror, and that's what I found was that pure little boy inside of me that was like just full of love. So that's my experience.
The mirror is simply a reflection of me. The reflection's not so much about me anymore. It's about how I want other people to perceive me. I want other people to see good things, the positive things, the achievements that I've made. So that way, if they're hurting, they can simply look at me and ask me about my reflection, how they can help themselves. I look in the mirror quite often, more than I used to. And usually when I look in the mirror, I tell myself I'm doing what's right. And even during the tough times, I know what I'm doing is right.
Jeremy.
This is the first time I've ever told this story.
and there's a little bit of a setup to it, I guess. About a year ago almost to the day, I had to have emergency surgery because of everything that I was doing to myself. And I was under house arrest at the time, fighting a court case. I had an ankle monitor on. And my ankle monitor died, the battery died while I was in surgery. And right after surgery, like 2-3 hours after, I got up to go to the restroom and realized I had, and during surgery, they put 2 drain tubes in my stomach. And I got up and walked to the bathroom, and I was naked from surgery, and I looked at myself in the mirror while the U.S. Marshals were walking in the door to arrest me. With an ankle monitor on, and tubes hanging out of me, 140 pounds, and that's when I realized, like, what the hell I was actually doing to myself. Like, I've never had a realization like that ever in my life. Like, I really saw it. It was a horrific sight. I finally realized what the hell I was doing to myself, and I'm really grateful for being here today, a year later. And a year ago, I would have never pictured me where I'm at with everybody here, and sitting in this room with everybody. Like this place gave me a reason to keep going, because a year ago I didn't see it going much farther. I just wanted to say thanks for everybody here.
Tom?
When my son was in his teenage years, I would look at him and what he was doing, and that was kind of a mirror for me from my youth. And all the things that he was getting into were things that I experienced, and I kept waiting for him to come out of it like I did. You know, just at one day I decided, okay, I've had enough of this, and luckily for me, I wasn't addicted, so I just moved on. Well, they didn't have OxyContin back then, and James got into trouble with that, and I wasn't seeing that mirror image come out of it the way I did. So thank God for Racing for Recovery, because after 3 trips to Arrowhead and then beginning this program and counseling with one of the counselors working here, of course at that time there was only Todd, but he came out of that, and he's been sober for over 9 years now, and he's doing very well. And when I look into those eyes and see that image that's supposed to be the mirror of me when I was his age, I'm pretty hot shit now. He's doing so well that I can enjoy it and enjoy life.
Good to see you, Tom. Corey?
Wow, man, the mirror to me, man, through my addiction, and even through my times of brief sobriety over the last past years, it was a scary place, man. The guy looking back at me was full of shame, guilt, failure. You know, I couldn't forgive myself for some of the things that I've done, and I think a lot of times I'm my own worst critic, and outwardly showing out. No one would have known that. You know, maybe people closest to me knew that, but it was a scary place, man. I didn't like the guy that was looking back at me, and I'm gonna be brief about it, short. Today, I'm learning here to love myself again, and to start to forgive myself, and to heal my mind and my body, and it just feels good. And I'm actually looking at the guy in the mirror again, like, hey, man, you're a good person, man. And, it feels great, and thanks for all the help from you guys in here. So I really appreciate it.
Denise?
I'm probably not the only one in here who starts, when they raise their hand, starts thinking, how am I going to say what I'm thinking? So I just decided I'm just going to go from the gut and wing it and ask the Holy Spirit to help me with my words. But the mirror for me is multidimensional. I look in the mirror and I see me, my reflection, me as me, and then I see me as mom. And when this first started and was getting to a point where we were like, it took us forever to realize what was happening. You know, you look in that mirror, and for me it was shame and guilt and failure as a parent. What did I do that caused my son to head in the direction that he did? Had been something I did. And I hate that word failure, and I know to succeed you have to fail to succeed in life, but it's just such an ugly label. And as we were struggling through this for many years, and then when we started coming here, my eyes were opened up that they were his choices, and I was always afraid of the consequences he might have to suffer because of his choices, and I would take that on as my burden. You know, oh, I hope he doesn't end up in jail, or I hope this doesn't happen. And so you didn't talk about it. You didn't tell your friends what was going on in your home. You didn't tell your coworkers, and for 5 years I worked at my church. And funny, what I learned there was we're all human, and we all have issues and concerns, and it was while working at the church that I was allowed to come out and start expressing what was going on in our home. Had a lot of support there with my coworkers and the people I go to church with, and no judgment, so that was kind of a beautiful thing. But I kind of, through coming here and listening to all the stories of not just the parents, but the kids that are in here, the people that are in here getting help for themselves, and I see the courage and the strength that it takes them to do what they're doing, that I have taken the step where I don't hide anymore what's going on in our home. I share things from Racing for Recovery on Facebook all the time. I want people to know that we come to Racing for Recovery. One, if they want to support us for our kid, great. But two, maybe they're the person looking in the mirror too who's afraid to say what's going on in their home. So, and through taking those steps, I now look at myself personally, and I would come in here and I'd be like, he just needs to quit it. He just needs to quit doing drugs. I don't understand why he can't just quit it. We didn't do drugs, so we have no understanding what that's about. But then I came here and I started learning about choices. And then I was able to look in the mirror and look at my choices. And it isn't just a matter of just quit it. You know, there's other underlying reasons. And so when I tell people I came in here as angry mom, and now I'm healing mom, I'm healing in a lot of ways. But most importantly, I'm able to look at myself in the mirror and see me as me, and I can still see me as mom, but that's separate from the choices that he's making. And all I have to do is just love him. Then at some point, he'll make the right choices and heal.
About mirrors, you know, and you said that I thought about in Texas, we was together, we had 11 days in detox. That's all you could get if you didn't have insurance. But third day of washing my face, I looked and said, who in the hell is that? And he was looking back at me, you know, really raggedy. But I had moved beyond that, and I'm going to go right here. You know, every time we're allowed to get into a room as such, we become mirrors for one another that are trying to do the next right thing. So we become like a living mirror. After doing the bad things we did do, drugs and behavior that followed it, we mirrored the image the worst of the worst. During the introduction, there were a few families in here. I say your parents are absentee, yet to be recovering children. You've got mirrors in here of living people that have lost their loved ones. I'm sure you will want to get that face and the reflection, because they can tell you a deep and sincere of what they never wish they could have done if they only knew what you're able to know now by coming in here. I made a promise to myself. If I was within 100 miles of this place on Thursdays, I'm going to be here. You know, I appreciate God for the opportunities to come in and get, real honest and see the faces of the mirrors that I love seeing what I do see, and that's you in here that could be in a restaurant on Thursday, but there's a reflection here for me. I go back out and for one another of what we want to be, what we can be, if we take and make that choice. It's all about that choice. There's that mirrors of dark and despair, and there's mirrors of light and hope. And there's a lot of light and hope in this room. And you just got to look to the person next to you, across from you, and see that, and let it reflect back to you from our heart.
Just want to wrap it up here, but I also heard a couple people talking about how they had a rough day. They're here. That takes a lot of strength to walk in, to not isolate, to surround yourself with good, positive people. You should be very proud of that. So when you look in the mirror, think about that and keep coming back. I just want to say, too, that how grateful I am for everything that our staff does here on a daily basis, constantly putting others ahead of themselves to do whatever we can to help. And it's definitely appreciated, it's definitely noticed. And thank you. Patrick.
Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in. I'm lost, I'm hopeless, it isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I see it, it's there, I still fall in, say, had it. My eyes were open, I know where I am, it is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I walk around it. I walk down another street.